so our Ministry Minute today is about how we can continue to support those in need in our community. And so I'm going to hand it off, though this was pre-recorded, to Tom Thompson to talk to us about the Neighbour Care Network.
Good morning, Church. My name is Tom Thompson. My wife and I moved to Oakville approximately 4 years ago, and over a year ago, we became members at Knox Presbyterian Church. Recently, I volunteered to take part in the Neighbour Care Network program, which is run by Kerr Street Mission. Knox Presbyterian is now partnering with Kerr Street in this outreach program. I would like you to take a look at a short video which gives you some details regarding Neighbour Care Network. And when the video is complete, I'll come back and we'll have a quick wrap-up. Thank you.
How are individuals and families in our community managing through this pandemic? According to a BDO report in 2019, 53% of Canadians live paycheck to paycheck. 25% said their debt load was overwhelming. 27% say they didn't have enough money to meet their daily needs. For too many of our neighbors, there are no savings or nest eggs to fall back on. So what happens when income is reduced or stops? For so many people, COVID-19 has put them on the brink of financial disaster. Should this be a concern for the local church community? And if it is, how should we respond? We could pull out a big cart full of dollars, and we could send them off with a bag full of money to solve their problems. Is that what God has called us to do as a church? How would God want the local church community to respond? If someone was in an accident, it would be easy to drive by and think someone else will help. Maybe you're in a hurry to get somewhere and you don't think you have the time to help. Maybe you think, what could I do to help? Or maybe you stop anyway, just to show you care. It could be as simple as a phone call to get help, or waiting until the help arrives so the person is not alone. If a friend had a health crisis, would you go and visit? You'd want to be there to show you care. No one would expect you to provide medical care, but your presence, your encouragement, your support, we know that will make a difference. For an individual or family in distress because of the pandemic, our presence and support can make a difference. Typically, people are overwhelmed. They have trouble thinking logically or following through on important tasks. There are resources available in the community, but people need help to find them, to access them. They need help to stay on track. Having someone to come alongside, to encourage, to accompany, to look out for their best interest is powerful and makes a difference. This is the time for the local church to demonstrate God's love and compassion. Jesus' instructions were clear. Love your neighbor as yourself. We know God wants us to seek justice and bear one another's burdens. So now is the time for the local church community to raise their hands and say, we are here to help. Now is the time to be his hands and feet. Now is the time to come alongside our neighbors in need. Please consider raising your hand to volunteer for Compassion Ministry. We need 3 to 5 volunteers who are willing to give 1 to 2 hours per week, so together we can make a difference. The Neighbour Care Network is a shared initiative of local church compassion ministries. It is organized and facilitated by Kerr Street Mission. Over the last number of years, Kerr Street Mission has developed a process to guide interactions with people in distress. They have nurtured relationships with other service providers across the region, and they have supported volunteers as they have come alongside our neighbors in need. The Neighbour Care Network has been established to bring together service providers, people in need, and the church community. It has been established to help and support local church compassion ministries to become more involved and more engaged. Now is the time for us to get prepared and to be the hands and feet of Christ.
thank you for watching, and I hope you find that interesting. And as you've heard, we're looking for volunteers. Churches are always looking for volunteers. But we need some folk to help with this program. Training is available through Kerr Street Mission, and the time commitment is relatively minimal. It can be as much or as little as you care to spend. This program is a program whereby individuals step alongside folk from our community who are experiencing situations that are causing them hardship or pain. And all they need is someone to stand alongside them and perhaps just be an ear, or in some way to be practical in terms of how we can help them get out of their situation. So if you feel that this is something that you could do, which we all can do, my contact information is following. If you would give me a call, I'd love to talk to you and explain to you or answer your questions. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you, Tom. And thank you in advance to everyone who will answer that call and volunteer alongside of you, Tom, to support people in our community. Thank you.